welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today with Drako and Martin.
Hello.
We're going to have a little chat about Essen Spiel. It's just, a month away?
Less than a month.
Less than a month, so we're starting to do some planning here and it's a big thing. I haven't been there before, Martin has, so I'm trying to get some tips from him, and he's going to share those with you as well later on in the video.
Yep.
His top 5 tips for what to think about when you go to Essen Spiel. And me and Drako are going together with 3 other guys, so we're going to be 5 happy guys in a car. Martin's flying.
Yeah.
You're lazy, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be driving for 10 hours straight or something like that, and then 10 hours back 3 days later, so...
I couldn't handle that.
No.
Not with 3 other guys in a car.
And for me it's the first time. You've been there before?
Yeah, I've been there twice before. So
twice
this
before,
will be my
okay.
third year.
Have you been flying all these times?
Yeah, because I have a hard time playing cooperative games, so just imagine me with 3 other guys in a car cooperating.
You could drive yourself.
Yeah, I could, but...
Yeah. It's a long drive.
It's a long drive if you're alone as well, yeah.
I think it's exactly 100... it's not called miles in English, because miles in English is something else, because that's all confusing, but Swedish miles or...
So, in kilometers, it's 1,500 kilometers?
No, it's 1,000 kilometers.
1,000 kilometers.
Yeah, that's 100 miles. It's not just Sweden, right?
It's only Sweden.
It's only Sweden?
Yeah, more or less.
That's funny.
We don't count Norway and Denmark.
Okay, yeah. And so what we're planning to do is basically, we're going to be on our own, basically. We're not really going to meet down there.
No, probably not. Perhaps afterwards, play for games
some
and
gaming
stuff like
at
that.
evening.
Yeah.
Because me and the guys, Andreas and those guys, we're going to have an apartment, so we're going to have some room to sit and game at evenings and so on, and could invite you over.
If you're not too tired.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm expecting to be totally exhausted because it's going to be rough, I think, for me. I don't like crowds. Big crowds. I don't like standing in lines. I don't like waiting for people in front of me to, I don't know. I guess I suppose the Germans are just like the Swedes. Like if you go to Swedish supermarket.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which time in day basically, but of course worst in the afternoons.
Yeah.
You're gonna have people if it is an opening to the store, people stand in the opening talking to each other with they have their babies and they have their dogs and whatever, and they don't care at all about we need to get past this opening to get into the store.
No.
I think it's the same. I think that's some Western mental, I'm center of the universe.
It's the same in Japan as well.
Yeah, I guess. Aren't they polite though?
Yeah, they're exceptionally polite. That's why you're in Japan.
But in Sweden, I think it's the same in Germany. It's just hopeless. People just stand everywhere talking to each other, and I'm just gonna go straight forward. I'm not just gonna...
That's what I did last year. I didn't really care about lines. That's why we get so many review copies.
Yeah. Well, Martin has he's shameless, so he's sort of gonna
shameless,
talk
fearless.
to a lot of people. Yeah, and we're going to divide it a bit. So I guess I'll talk to some people, and you talk to some.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, it's huge, I guess. So
they're expecting over 300,000 people this year.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about my expectations being a first timer there. So I did the top 5 basically. Martin's did the top 5 for tips. I did the top 5 for things I look forward to at the fair, or at the whole experience, I guess. So my number 5 is to meet people in the industry, the gaming industry. It could be designers, publishers, constructors, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just going to be fun I hope to meet some of my idols, of course, Uwe Rosenberg and those guys. That would be awesome to just say hello to those guys, and Tom Vassell.
Yeah, he's always there.
Yeah. The Dice Tower guys, all that. So it's going to be awesome to just go around and talk to people that in some ways you feel connected to, or so on. My number 4 is games.
Really?
Getting new games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was something else, but that's fine.
So my number 4 is getting new cool games that is exciting to play and do videos for and all that. And I expect to have a lot of stuff to be there's going to be run-throughs, there's going to be unboxings, there's going to be solo playthroughs probably. Wow, it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm also planning to get my live shows up and running again after Essen. like I had a year ago, where I had this cooperative game Friday where we played together with the chat.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun to be able to talk to, like, get the chat messages.
Yeah.
And feel like you're connected to the community right away.
See who's gonna make me to do what next.
Yeah, exactly. Because what I tend to do then is sort of, that's why I play cooperative games, so that people could tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Try to beat the game. So that's the goal I have for like, I don't know, November, December there.
That's a nice touch, telling you what to do in a cooperative game.
Yeah, they could be the alpha gamer.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 3 is the fair experience, like going in, having all this. I mean, like seeing all the videos from the fair.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff to look at, all that stuff. Just going around and just feeling the atmosphere and taking it all in. Just, I mean, it's like Christmas, right? When you're just like a kid again.
Christmas for a board gamer, for sure. Yeah.
Just the world of board games, just amazing. My number 2 is the actual drive, the actual road trip.
Oh, okay.
And / hanging out with the guys at the evenings, playing and so on. Just gonna be fun. Just, I mean, these are guys that I enjoy being with them.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, so it's going to be nice. Now I expected that we were going to have hotel rooms and so on, so we're going to be a bit divided.
Yeah.
Have your privacy, but now we have an apartment, but there's different rooms, so
that's
we're gonna
nice.
get a room of our own. But it's gonna be awesome. Just chatting with the guys in the car. We already started talking about like what games can we play on the road.
Yeah, probably not that many with large amounts of components.
Well, we talked about Terraforming Mars.
Right. Good luck with that.
I mean, in the back seat, we're gonna be 4 plus Drako. He doesn't take that much space, so basically we could have some kind of board in the middle.
Yeah.
As long as we don't do a quick break.
What happens if you run into like bumpiness in the road?
No, that's not gonna happen.
That's
we're
not gonna happen.
The freeway. So
I suppose you're gonna be driving then.
No, we're gonna take turns.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's good.
No, we can't do Terraform Mars, but I guess there's some games we could do. I mean,
you could do King Domino. That could probably work.
It's a tiling game. I don't know. It's gonna shift around.
What about like Hero Realms?
I'm thinking about card games basically.
Yeah.
Where you can hold it in your hand, and of course it's for those that are the 3 that are not driving. I mean, we could also do some kind of, just to make time pass. Basically, it's going to be a lot of hours.
Yeah, I mean, the game For Sale might work because that guy in the front seat, the passenger seat, could possibly even pitch in as well by just like turning around.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know if that's safe, but I mean, the guys in the back seat can play a 2-player game at least.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the one in the front seat could sleep.
Yeah,
you will see. It's gonna be awesome to do the road trip anyhow. I mean, it's gonna be nice to just go away for a while and just have like a few days just hanging out with friends, and also, I mean, getting in the evenings. I mean, as long as we don't, as long as we aren't too tired, we can basically just sit and play. Normally, it's always like somebody's going to work and there's kids and all that stuff in the gaming group, so it's gonna be nice to just have no other things around us, just games, gaming. And we're going to go to some hotels as well in the evenings to try to get some gaming in with random people. And that's my number 1. My number 1 is meeting people, basically meeting hopefully some viewers even. If you see me or Drako or Martin, come say hi. I mean, the odds aren't that good, I guess, because there's so many people, but who knows.
And if you want to be on the channel, just saying hi, a few words, I'll be filming as well in the convention as well. So if you see us, grab us, and if we have some time, we'll be happy to put you up for a short video.
Yeah, we'll do some interviews with like visitors to the convention as well. And also, I mean, all of us, the 4 of us that's going, are going to have like the Board Games with Niramas t-shirts, and you're going to have that as well, right? Yeah. So maybe you can see us that way, or maybe I'll at some point I'll have Drako, on the shoulder like this as well. So
yeah, that's a cool touch.
So people can see him in the crowd. So if you see Drako, don't hesitate. I mean, he's so happy to just talk to people. So, and also just talking to generally just talking to a lot of board gaming people. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So that's my top 5 things I look forward to at Essen Spiel. Being a first timer and all. We'll see how it changes to next year.
I mean, being a first timer is always like kind of like the best time, because
I guess,
after that you will simply get routine, like I want to see this one and this one and this year and this year. The first time is the first time for everything, almost.
I mean, I'm going to do work, which is I'm going to film like if they have demo for a new game coming, or
for sure
interviews, meeting publishers and all that. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try to do it in a sort of split it up, so I don't just burn out the first day and just are too tired to even get out of bed the second day. So,
yeah, that would be kind of defeating the purpose of going there.
So I'm going to do like maybe 2 hours of just work, and then just relax and just maybe just sit down, play some game.
And don't forget to eat as well, because I mean Essen has some really good opportunities to just go outside the convention, just get something better than the convention food.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, let's get into your top 5 and your
tips. Well, for my number 5, I will actually gonna give you a small app called Event Badger. It's a small app that you can actually download for both Android and iPhone and tablets as well. It gives you more or less a map of the whole convention, and it's for free as well. So it's a really cool app. Map of the whole convention and a list of all the games there, and it will actually pinpoint the game that is going to be in which booth, and you can zoom in.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's going to be a really... I used it last year. It was really good. It was really helpful, because sometimes you have no clue where everything is, and someone will just tell you, yeah, just go to booth B0508. Yeah, whereas B0508.
That's great. I'm gonna get that myself as well.
And they update it every year, and they actually have it for other conventions as well. I think it's only in Europe, but I think they're going to launch it for Gen Con as well. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna download that for sure, because I mean I'm probably gonna print some maps and stuff of the different halls.
Yeah, and if you have a large screen on your phone as well, that's quite easy to zoom in and out. It's virtually bug free as well, and it's really nice.
Okay. Yeah.
For my number 4, it's kind of like a regular tip for all conventions. Bring really good shoes, because you're going to be walking a lot.
Yeah.
And also a quite nice, comfortable backpack to actually put not just games in, but some snacks and drinks and stuff like that, because. Some people don't realize how big this convention really is. I mean, it's putting 250,000 people, like that was last year's, into a small place. And it's not that small, because they have car shows in this place on other times of the year.
Yeah.
And it's massive. You're going to be walking for miles and miles and miles. And if you're going to get blisters, that's just going to ruin your experience.
Yeah, that's a good one.
For my number 3... it's kind of like a little bit of quirky one, but I would say that if you don't want to bring all those games home in a suitcase and pay overweight baggage fees and stuff like that, there is a shipping option at Essen, and they had it last year and it was really good. If you're in Europe and if you're in Scandinavia as well, it's quite cheap and it's quite cost effective shipping those games. They actually arrive in one piece. Apart from if you put them in your suitcase, and then that might get bumpy and you'll get tears and holes in the boxes and everything. So the shipping option is my number 3. It's actually really worth going for it if you're going to buy lots of games, or if you're going to send off a game as a present for someone who doesn't even expect it.
Yeah, it was really fun last year, because you sent me a bunch of games. I mean, I knew I was going to get them because we talked on the phone and so on, but it's not. I think it took like a week or something.
Yeah.
And they were all in good condition, everything, when they got here. So.
And it's quite cheap as well. It's something like 20 euros or something like that to Sweden, and it's even less to Germany and the rest of Europe as well.
Yeah.
Except for like Andorra and these quirky countries.
That's a good one. And I think I mean that's why we're taking the car as well, because we're gonna have like what's it called in English when you have the big car? The
SUV?
No, it's not an SUV. It's like, it's like really long.
Like a station wagon.
Yeah, a station wagon. And we also have what's it? Now my English is lacking. The thing on the roof.
Like a rooftop box?
Yeah.
That's really convenient.
Yeah, so we're gonna be able to load games in there. I guess we're gonna so everybody gets some space. And I mean, we're gonna be 4, so I guess everybody brings a bag, and then the rest is just games. So, if you go in there by flight, or if you can't travel like that, then I think that's an awesome thing that you can just ship them away.
Absolutely. Yeah. For my number 2, it's probably one of the best tips I can give you. Get the ticket in advance. You don't want to stand in lines with hundreds or literally thousands of Germans lining up to pay cash in the register just to get into the convention. You can actually go to the convention website, Messe Essen something, and you can actually buy a 1-day ticket or up to a 4-day ticket, and then you simply slide by the whole lines.
You print it?
Yeah, you print it as well. Yeah, and you show it to them. They'll scan the barcode. You'll get a kind of like a bracelet or like a stamp in your wrist, so you can go in and out. And make sure you bring that ticket every day as well, because it's valid every single day if you go for more than 1 day. It's also really good if you want to go through any of the entrances, and it's especially good if you go through one of the side entrances, because that's going to have even less people on the first day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that's a really good tip, because the first time I went there, I thought I would actually stand in these huge lines, and then I had to ask, because there are no signs for these. Then you simply walk by. Otherwise I would have missed the first 3-4 hours of the convention, because that's how long the lines are.
Oh, but that's a good one as well. And speaking of which, it's cash, right?
It's cash only. Yeah. You can only pay in cash, despite what century we're all been living in for the past like couple of years. It's cash only. So bring lots of cash, and there are a few places that you can buy with a credit card, but they're very far and few between. And there are a few ATMs in the in Spiel as well, but last year the money in the ATMs ran out.
Yeah, okay. So bring money basically. But there's a cultural difference in Sweden. I mean, I haven't used a bill in I don't know, years.
Oh, years, yeah.
In Sweden it's all just cards, but in Germany they like to have the cash. Basically.
Yeah, they like to touch the money. Yeah. I don't know why. Which leads me to number 1 as well, and regardless of how you're gonna go to the Spiel, if you have a hotel right next to it, you can walk. That's perfectly fine. But if you're going to get there from either from the center of Essen, or if you're living a little bit far out, like in one of the cities next door, you're gonna actually have to take the public transportation. And there is one tram line, or actually there's one underground line, the U-Bahn line, going to and from the convention from the central station in Essen, and it's going to get crowded on in ways you can't even imagine on the first days, even on the second and the third day. Because on Saturday, and even on Friday, I think Fridays in Germany and this year is a public holiday, so it's going to be even as crowded as Saturday. So my tip for you is actually don't get on the subway on the main station. Actually walk or take another subway to one station behind. Then you'll avoid all the crowds. All the crowds, because actually it's so crowded. The lines actually start not on the platform, but on the way to the platform.
Yeah. And
you can actually see what kind of people are going, because there are geeks everywhere.
And that, once again, I'm happy that we have a car. And, and I mean, you can get a taxi pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, definitely you can do that as well, but still, even with a car, you're gonna have to look for parking, and parking is gonna run out in the first hour.
But there's they added a lot of parking.
They added a lot, but they also add lots of more visitors.
Yeah.
So it's growing exponentially. So that's a tip for you guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you get up really early in the morning, even if you're tired, because it's gonna be well worth it.
Yeah. But it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so that was my 5 expectations and Martin's 5 tips.
Yeah.
From being there before, and I'm thinking also that we're gonna there's gonna be some coverage, of course. We're both gonna take video and so on, but we're gonna sort of spread it out. Like last year, I just put everything out that Martin sent me. This time I'm thinking that maybe we'll be done by the end of the year. So
yeah,
I'll do like a little bit every week, so that you can.
And if there's anything that you guys want us to film, anything of particular, any booth, any kind of like event or anything like that, let us know.
Yeah, just tell us in the comment section, and we'll try to do. I mean, it's gonna be so much easier for you as well, because last year you were there alone, and you had to, like in the evenings you have to send me the stuff and everything.
And also I had to buy all the games as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I was carrying around like tens of kilos of games just to get to the shipping option.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier when
that was really nice of you. But I mean, this time it's going to be much easier because basically we're gonna. I mean, you're gonna do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing, and then we just meet up afterwards, and we do another one of these vlogs after Essen where we're gonna talk about our experience and what we thought about it and all that.
And if you were there as well, tell us your expectations. Tell us what you actually felt was the best part of Essen for you.
I mean, just ask questions in the comment section if you have any questions for Martin and so on. Just ask away. And I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for watching this vlog about Essen. It's the first one in a series we're going to do. And of course, in a few days, you're going to be able to see my top 10 games that I expect to get my hands on at Essen Spiel. And a few days after that, you're going to get the top 10 expansions for games. So there's a lot of Essen talk naturally this time of year, and Martin's going to be back with run through and so on as well. So
definitely
you'll see us on the channel. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening, morning, or whenever you're watching this. Take care. Bye bye.
Do you want to keep this little dragon this happy all day long? Then like the video. Games with Niramas is sponsored by Alara Games in Sweden.